Level up. Welcome back to another episode of Save Before Quitting. I am Ant, and that is Chris.
I'm Chris.
My esteemed co-host over there.
Steam.
Steam. Download him on Steam.
Download me on the Steam. I'm in early access, folks.
There you go. As always, save letter B number 4 quitting on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Titty gang, what up? I feel like we do this so spaced out now that I start to forget the intro. Patreon. We got some new Patreon shit out there. Go check it out. It's super dope. We're getting back into our rhythm with that. Join the Discord. Please join the Discord. A lot of fun in there. We need some new heads in there, some new voices. Save Before Quitting, all the way spelled out.com if you want some merch. Save Before Quitting at gmail.com. Again, all the way spelled out if you want to send us an email. That inbox is open. So
yeah, and getting polluted by copyright strikes by YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube is hating, but that ain't gonna stop us.
True.
Did I forget anything? Don't think so.
But if there's any moments in this podcast that you think that are clippable or shareable in any sort of way, let us know in the description or the comments down below so that we can make YouTube shorts of them, because the way how this whole YouTube algorithm bullshit works apparently nowadays is shorts and short attention span people. So if we want to get more eyes on it, we need clippable clips. So if you see a clippable clip, give us that timestamp down below if you're listening.
Yeah.
Or in the Discord. You can send us it in the Discord. Anywhere, really. If you see something that's funny and you're like, haha, that was funny, more people should see that, just let us know. Let us know. We'll do the thing, and then we'll grow.
Don't tell anybody.
Together.
Don't tell anybody, but tell everyone.
Don't tell anybody, but we're hiring you as interns.
Right. Boom. Let your family know.
Yes.
I'm sure they'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You have a new internship to put on your resume.
Your resume.
Clipper.
I think we covered that nicely.
Yeah.
Chris, like we do every time we do this, I need you to inform me what have you played this week,
whatever. We had to change the jingle as of this point. I've been playing a lot of random bullshit. I've been feeling like playing new things because a lot of the stuff that I've been playing, it's getting boring, if I'm being honest. Like, I consistently play Fortnite. As if you listen to the Patreon, you can see how much I play Fortnite in there. But it's one of those things where it's like, I love playing it with friends, but also I feel like they're getting tired of it, like as a game in general. So it's like, while I'm like, hey, I'm playing Fortnite, if you guys want to play, it definitely feels like everyone in the chat's like, cool, I'm just going to sit in the Discord and do something else. I'm like, okay, that's valid. I get it. I'm not like mad about it by any means. It's just one of those things where I can see that Fortnite might not be the most popular thing at the moment.
Losing its luster.
Rocket League, I've been getting back into.
Okay.
I'm awful compared to how I used to play. I used to play really, really good and be able to like do aerials and like fly off the wall and shit. And now I just suck. So
to fall from grace
a little bit. I'm playing in like solo queue trios right now and ranked, and I got to gold at least. So I'm at least like middle tier of like talent, but also like there's a lot of moments where I'm just like, wow, I feel like I didn't even have my controller in my hand for that last play. But it's fine. It's fun. Minecraft as well with friends. That's been fun. I built a nice little house above a giant cave system. So I kind of have like a bat cave underneath my house, which is pretty sick. You're the good Batman. Yeah, I'm the good Batman. The one that doesn't suck. But
more on that later. More at noon.
Yeah. But other than that, I've been hopping into some smaller games like Slay the Spire. I've been playing a lot of as of late. I'm trying to win it again because the only time I've ever beaten the game is one time on stream. The first time that I had it bought for me by Pib Extra himself, and I named my character Jonathan.
Shout out to Pib Extra.
Yeah, Jonathan. I named myself Jonathan in his honor, and that was the only time I've ever won.
In his genre.
In his genre, yes. That's the podcast title. No, it's not. But anyway, I have yet to be able to slay the spire again with any of the other characters. I've gotten so many more like card unlocks from like how many times I've run through it. I've only been able to beat it one time, and it was on stream like years ago. It feels like.
At least you did it when it counts.
Yeah, exactly. When it was on camera, and that was it. But I've been trying hard to get it, and I just can't. I think I might play the board game soon with John, because he got the board game version of it, and he was talking about maybe playing it soon with me. So I'm excited for that when that eventually happens, because it's really good. What else? I've also played another Spire game, another small indie called Pinball Spire.
Yo, I saw that one on sale the other day.
Dude, I bought that shit immediately, and I beat it in the same day.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm getting that.
It is a very short game for what it is, but for what it is very good.
Okay.
I like it a lot. There's a couple features in it that probably are frowned upon in the pinball community, but there's like a slowdown feature where you can slow down time, and then it'll show you where you're like gonna hit the ball if you hit your bumper. But there's also an achievement in the game to beat the game without using that. So there's replayability.
Okay.
So there's that. There's a bunch of secrets apparently. I don't think I found a lot of them, but there's a lot of cool stuff, and it's a good time. And you can unlock a bunch of like different accessories for your ball and shit, which is cool. I got a little like bow tie on my head and some cool sunglasses on my ball and a mustache. But it's a good time. It's a really good like short game, and like I highly recommend it for especially being on sale right now. It does pinball well, which I think is the most important part.
What you need in a pinball.
Yeah, like, it's a simple, straightforward pinball game with a bunch of puzzles, and like you're progressing the entire time, which is pretty cool. Like you're almost like, I mean, it's called Pinball Spire. You're literally making your way up a tower the entire time that you're playing through until you get to the very top. And then you like unlock something to unlock a door, and then you have to go through the catacombs to the very bottom, and then work your way all the way up again.
It's right up my alley. I'm getting this.
It's so well done. I think I beat it in like 4 or 5 hours. So and I wasn't trying to beat it as well. Like I was just like playing like casually, and I found myself playing for 5 fucking hours. Yeah. But it was very fun. It was a good time. Nice, short, sweet game. Yeah. So definitely pick that up on the marketplace.
Dope.
On Steam. And what was the other game that I was playing? It's the stupid one. TCG Card Store Simulator.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I saw it on Twitch. Like a couple streamers that I watch were playing it, and I was like, this looks like it gives you the serotonin of like opening card packs like Pokemon, but also like you don't have to spend the money. You know what I mean? And like it's that to a T. But then also you're running the store, and you're checking out customers, and you're like doing their change and stuff.
It was so fun to watch you play that.
Dude, I want to play it again. I'm probably going to stream it again at some point just because it's a good time. I just got to make sure my music is lower. But dude, it's super simple. The designs, I honestly, I'm curious if the design, I think they're called Tetramon or whatever the fuck it is in the game, because they can't be directly Pokemon. But pretty much they look like they're AI made, as well as like Power World, which we'll get into in the news. But it looks similar like to AI, but also like they're cute enough designs from like, you know what, fucking somebody made this, I don't care.
Yeah.
And
they do a very good job at capturing that, the essence of what that is.
It feels more, ironically, they look like they're more Digimon based on than Pokemon for most of them.
It's the safest route to go.
The way that the cards, like the booster packs works, like you get your regular booster packs and you get the license to sell them, and then the different versions of them. So there's like the box versions of them, and then you get a box of more boxes for more money or whatever. But there's like other booster packs, and they're the second evolutions and then the third evolutions. And then there's like a fire pack and a water pack, and you have to like buy all of their licenses so that you can sell them in your store. Right. And you can buy a license to like sell plushies of certain characters. And then the weirdest aspect of the game is that some customers smell like shit.
That was so fucking funny to me watching you play that.
So
What the fuck do you have to buy? Like a dehumidifier or some shit?
Yeah, it's like a destinkifier.
Yeah.
You buy the destinkifier machine that pretty much you can set up anywhere in the store, and then you have to buy aerosol cans that you install into that, but also can be sold as items themselves. If people are like, hey, I'm stinky, I'm gonna buy them, like Axe body spray. But yeah, dude, it was very weird seeing that, because like the game doesn't really handhold you like after the first couple. Like it gives you a couple tasks, like build a table, do this, set up this, and then after a certain point it just stops and it's like, go ahead, do the rest of whatever you want to do in this simulator game. Which, I mean, it's, you know, it's not like a game. It's
funny because when I saw you playing it, it's straight up, all those simulator games are kind of similar, because I've been watching the Grumps play the super. They're playing the supermarket simulator.
I saw that one and I was like, I used to work in a supermarket.
It's in the same room that the card game.
Really?
Because when I watched you play it, I was just like, and it does the same thing. You go outside. It's the same thing, except it's a supermarket.
I mean, it's a very simple game to make, to be fair. You just got to reskin all the items. So they're probably like Pokemon cards or bananas or something in the supermarket. I don't know.
Yo, when you get some time, watch their series of that.
I'll end up buying that game.
It's so funny.
All right, I'm down to do that. I'm honestly tempted to stream that more though, just because I like the simplicity of it, and like it's a nice like chill game to play while like talking to chat.
It's perfect for
chat and shit. So it's just like, you know, I'm hanging out, having a drink or smoking or something, and running Coach Kingsley's Cards and Shit is the store name. Yeah. But it's fun, man. I hired my first employee off stream though, because I guess like there's different levels of employees you can hire. Which like I get that it's a simulator.
I forgot that was another thing we talked about.
Yeah, it's just like it's so simulator game coded that it's like it doesn't make sense for real world shit at all. Like you can't hire, like in Dave the Diver, it made sense when you were hiring employees because you were like, oh, this employee is better at this skill or this skill, and then there was an option to train them so that they would get better and level up. But they all started at a base level of 1.
Yeah.
This is just like, here's your level 1 worker, and then here's your level like 10. This is your best worker of ever. He costs $500 a day to work at this card store. Like,
my question on the stream was like, how do they already have the skill before they do the job? Like,
exactly. Yeah, like there's no training or anything. It's just like, this guy sucks, but he's really good at ringing out people. He just can't restock at all.
It's like, what?
Like, he's terrible at restocking. But it's fun, man. It's a fun time. It's a nice sim game. You get to open the packs, which I think is the coolest part. There's like a little feature in the settings where you can speed up the card opening as well. Once you get to the point of like, because the first couple packs you're just like, oh yeah, this is fine. It's fast enough. And then you get to like the second set of like cards that you unlock and license. You're like, okay, let's fucking open this shit. Let's go.
Because
show me the good stuff.
I noticed why that's needed, because there was one time you were opening cards. You opened all these packs. You turned around and you had the line at your thing. You're like, oh shit.
It's like, oh shit. Which also, I don't know if that matters. Like if it's like overcooked, where the customers get mad at waiting in line.
If it's anything like a supermarket one, they do.
Okay.
They'll complain
I haven't seen
or something like that.
Yet with that.
That was a funny moment, and the moment where the stinky guy came in and you set up the destinkifier, but nothing was happening until you put it right behind him.
Dude. And you gotta move it. And he's like, oh, what happened to me? And he smells good again.
Yo, note to all you nerds out there, us included. I'm not taking myself out of nerds. Wash your ass. Well, that's why us nerds got the bad rep we have now. What the fuck? You can like nerdy shit and take a shower. It's cool. You can do both. Duality of man.
Wash your ass might be the podcast title.
That's perfect. Wash your ass, please. What the fuck is wrong with you? How are you raised? Take a shower.
But yeah, man, I think those are the main games that I've been playing. I don't think I have really anything else that I'm looking forward to at the moment. I do have a couple horror games downloaded that I might play as like recordings, like, and just do like kind of like, if you're not on our Patreon, I'm doing a playthrough of Metal Hellsinger because it's copyrighted music the entire time.
Yeah.
And just uploading that straight to YouTube would be channel death. So not going to do that. But I uploaded it to the Patreon peeps. So if you want to see a playthrough of that, just my full playthrough, no big deal. It's on Patreon. And then if you see any clips in there that you think were pretty cool or whatever, or funny, or you can drop the timestamp in there too. I told you in that video as well, but just dropping it here if you want to see it. But I do have Until Dawn downloaded. It's the PS4 version. I don't know how it's going to work when the remaster comes out, which is today, I think, because I have Until Dawn because of PS Plus, so I'm confused if I can do that $10 upscale thing with having it through PS Plus or not. I don't know. So we'll have to see. But I have that downloaded, and then I had something else.
I feel like there was a thing with that. I think you can't. When Last of Us did it, they said if you have it through PS Plus, there's no...
It's not. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't even mind playing the regular version. I don't think playing the remaster is that big of a deal. Like, it just makes the textures look better. But I kind of want some fucked up, dumb-looking textures because it's funnier.
I think we have to play something together.
Yeah.
But we have to figure out what that's going to be. And we got to do it before you leave for Vegas. So like next week or some shit.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, we could do any of the... we were putting it in the Patreon chat, but we're thinking about doing the Dark Chronicle or whatever the fuck.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. I forgot we had that.
All I got to do is... The only thing is that I got to figure out a way... to have our face cams recorded, but in my mind, I think it'd be cool if like we recorded it similar to like Grumps do, where it's just there's no face cam.
That's fine.
But we have the face cams recorded just in case like we make a funny reaction or some shit that we want to replay.
Are we doing this together or are we doing it digitally?
I feel like doing it digitally would make more sense. Just because it's easier to like pop out real quick, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we can just do that real quick, get it out of the way over the course of 2 nights or some shit. Because the Dark Picture Anthology, like those are like smaller games that are like maybe the length of a movie. So we can like pretty much run through those.
All right.
And then Until Dawn we could do in person since it's like the big one.
Right. All right. I'm with that.
Yeah. We'll do like Man of Medan, or I forget what the other ones are. There's one that's in like a submarine that looks scary. It's like enclosed space.
Oh no, fuck it, we're doing this.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I've been playing this week. A lot of, surprisingly, indies.
Look at you, swapping places.
You know, that indie game Fortnite. What have you been up to, Ant?
Oh man. All right. I'm just gonna go down the list and then talk about it. So first, Marvel vs. Capcom collection.
Hell yeah. Got that.
Been playing that. Been getting my MVC back in my veins. That's been, that's like riding a bike for me.
What game have you been playing the most of the collection?
Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That's like the one. That's the one that's bringing in the people. But I did take the time to go through the entire catalog.
Like Donkey?
Huh?
Like Donkey's video?
Yes,
where he started
actually.
From the beginning? Nice.
I started from 2, like where it was at its peak, and went backwards. So I beat 2, I beat 1, I beat Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, I beat X-Men versus Street Fighter, I beat Marvel Superheroes. I feel like I'm forgetting one. I don't think I am. And I think before that was X-Men Children of the Atom. So I just worked my way back down.
All right.
And you could really see how that game, that Versus series has evolved as you go. Because, for instance, you can always tag in and tag out like characters. All the way back till you get to, was it X-Men versus Street Fighter? I want to say, it's probably Marvel Superheroes. Because then you get so used to that mechanic. I'm trying to tag out in that, and they're like, "Oh, you can't." It's just like, no, you play this round as this character. If you die, another character.
Fucked.
Yeah. So, and then you get back to like X-Men: Children of the Atom, and that shit by comparison is so slow and chunky moving, and I'm like, wow, this. When you're playing them in real time, like as they come out, they all seem so similar. Like, all right, I know what I'm expecting, But when you play them all in a row like that, I'm like, wow, this game is devolving in a way that's jarring. Like, I got so used to a certain way. But That was super dope. Randomly, they threw the Punisher arcade side scroller on there. So one night I just ran through that game and beat that, which has some of the funniest audio ever in a retro game. So that's been great. I haven't jumped online yet. I don't know if I'm built for that anymore. People are insane.
Yeah.
I've been watching some people like do online matches on Twitter and just their footage of their games, and I'm just like, I'm not built for that anymore. They're going to destroy me. They're going to be like, why did you waste my time?
Dude, I've been learning about fighting games because like, I kind of got like a random interest into them. I learned that apparently people don't use fight sticks anymore because it's not as efficient as having a hitbox where like your movement is just strictly based off buttons. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
That's like the thing now in Tekken. Like that. There's no sticks anymore. It's just straight up buttons, and that's it.
Oh wow!
Which I was like, okay,
right. I didn't know that shit.
But like, people are like, you buy like custom like boxes, and they look cool as fuck.
I've seen some of those, and I never knew a lot about them. But that's interesting to me.
It's like a weird subculture that I'm like, I don't fit in here. But like, I like looking at it from the outside, where I'm like, that's pretty cool shit. I'm never gonna spend the money on this because I'll be depressed when I can't use it to its efficiency. But you know, goddamn, it's cool as fuck that button lights up when you push it.
It is. But that I think I played a whole bunch of that. Like I would go to like bed at night, turn on my Steam Deck, and just play a couple matches every night for a while. And then after that, Astrobot. So played Astrobot. No spoilers coming from me.
I haven't touched it because I fucked up.
I'm treating it like I treat Mario platformers, where like I don't move on until I collect everything from this stage and like 100% it.
That's valid.
So I'm 80% done that game. Like I'd be done by now if I wasn't jumping to other games and back and forth and everything. So I'm well over 3/4 of the way done.
Hell yeah.
That's been great. It's been fun. PlayStation made a Mario. It's great. If you enjoyed Astro's Playroom, it's just that on steroids.
Hell yeah. What's been your favorite usage of the DualSense controller so far?
That game. Like what do you mean?
The game.
What in the game?
What has been your favorite like? Oh, that's pretty cool. Like that moment.
Okay,
that's pretty neat.
when you rescue some of the bots, the way you do it is you find one and they jump inside your controller. It's like on screen you can see your controller. Like if you move it, it'll move on screen. Like during the pause selection or whatever.
Yeah.
So you collect them. They'll have like this screen where like it'll show them rotating like what character he's based on, and then they'll jump into your like virtual controller, right? But it's so motion sensy that like, say you have a group of them all hanging out in your controller. If you do like this, they'll fly up and
that's
all
pretty
come,
cool.
and you can catch them back inside of it.
I like that. Hell yeah.
That's dope. One thing I will say about it is, and I hope they fixed it on the update, after a while playing it, the sound gets really like distorted. And I thought it was the controller I was using. I was using like the regular, the base white DualSense controller, and I swapped it out for the Spider-Man one. I'm like, all right, maybe it's the controller. Maybe this one is just that old, and I'm done with it now. No, because after a while I played with that controller, it got all distorted. Then I tried my black controller, the same thing happened. So I'm like, why if after I play for a certain amount of time, the sound gets all distorted in the controller speaker? So I hope that's something. I don't know if I'm the only one with that issue. I didn't do any research, but hopefully that's just something that gets fixed later.
Yeah.
It was because it wasn't happening the first couple times I played, and then out of nowhere, it just kind of started.
Maybe you have a controller update you don't know about. I
updated the controllers, all of them. I don't know what's going on, but another one. But Astrobot is dope.
Hell yeah.
A lot of great mechanics in that game. A lot of great mechanics. Like they really, like it's still the ultimate demonstration of what this controller does and what this system does.
Yeah, that's kind of sad too, though, if you think about it. Like, we still haven't gotten a game that's been like, holy shit, the PlayStation 5's great. You know?
Yeah, I know.
Which is kind of rough to think about. Like, even Spider-Man 2, I would have been fine playing that on a PS4.
Yeah.
Even God of War as well. Like, I feel like that would.
And they both were released
too.
on PS4.
Yeah, I would have been completely fine playing them on there, but it's the power of the PS5.
Yeah, I do like the fact that you can change your little outfits based on characters you find and be other astrobots.
That's cool.
So I've changed mine into the Parappa outfit. So my dude's running around with the hoodie, jeans, the backwards hat.
Hell yeah,
astrobot.
I've seen the Crash one. He looks funny.
Yeah, there's a lot of deep cuts in there. It's definitely it's a weird duality because it's like, at the same time you're playing it and you're just like, oh, I remember that. That's so cool. That's such a deep cut. But then it kind of makes you sad too. It's just like, wow, they used to be really creative and now they're not.
Yeah. PlayStation used to have games and now they just have Spider-Man and God of War and Horizon and that's it.
Yeah, like the characters are so dramatically different that it's just like, wow, there used to be a whole lot of shit.
Yeah, I feel like they used to just swing a lot back then, though, too. That was the thing. Like, they didn't really have an idea of what worked. They just had an idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is kind of sad that we don't have that anymore and people just don't like swinging for the fences, but...
You gotta play it safe.
Gotta play it safe when you need to make money.
Sony, every game doesn't have to be a $500 million game. Like, you can make just some one-off stuff.
Good.
But... I don't know. I gotta pay the bills, I guess.
Oh, I forgot one I played. Sorry, if I can.
Hey, go ahead.
Because it's bad. The Quidditch game.
Oh yeah, I watched you play that too.
Yeah, that was awful, dude. It was fun for like
killing that shit though.
It was fun for 2 hours, and I'm like, wow, this really sucks.
Maybe that's why I didn't put it in.
Yeah,
Hogwarts.
Man. It was the most like fucking Fortnite bullshit that I've ever seen. Like. It was funny too because they had in-game purchases, but like none of them were like with in-game. It was all in-game currency that you have to earn, but like you have no incentive on like earning it because it's all like, do you want to get the characters from the movies? Let's unlock those people, and it's like you get like fucking Ron and his brothers. Like who gives a fuck? And you unlock them, and you can put them on your team. But like, what's the point?
Right.
There's no. It doesn't like you can make your own team of your own custom 5 or 6 people. Why do I need Harry Potter on my team?
Because you don't.
I don't. I don't need him or that little bitch Draco either.
That's funny as shit.
It was a bad game. Sorry. I
all
forgot
good.
That
all
garbage.
Good. And now I am playing. I feel like there's another one that I can't think of. But anyway. Oh. Remember when I streamed that? World Championships. Did I talk about this?
You talked about it a little bit last time, but
all right. So then I did talk about playing that.
Yeah.
Never mind. Forget that.
You haven't played it since?
No, because only because other shit started dropping, and at the same time, it's not like I haven't played those games before.
True.
And that really worked on streaming because it was just like, all right, watch me kill myself to get these S ranks.
God, there's. The clip of you finding out that there's S tier was golden. I just wish that it would work as a TikTok just because you did like 40 minutes of like little challenges getting A's.
Double
and it's
A's.
like, I could release the clip that's like, there's S in this, but like you need the 40 plus minutes to just appreciate how much you were like shocked from that.
Like 5 of the ones and just me reacting like, yeah, A, and then put that S rank one in
I'll do that.
And I'm like, wait a second.
Call.
That was such an incredible night on stream.
It was a good time. You gotta play more. You gotta play more of the games because you did what? Metroid. You didn't do Metroid.
I started Metroid. I did a couple of those. I did
Donkey Kong.
I did Donkey Kong, Mario 1, 2, and 3. And Zelda and Kirby.
Oh damn, you did a shit ton. I thought you only did like 3 or 4.
Because I came back on another night and finished and started doing other shit. Yeah.
Damn. Hell yeah.
But those finding out that there was S rank, and I was like, yo, I was kicking my ass to get those A ranks. And to find out there's an S rank, I found that there was an S rank on the last rank, the last one of Mario 1. Beating the whole game.
The whole time that you were getting the A's, I was like, there's gotta be S, right? Or like an A plus or something. And then I was like, you know what? No, he's getting A's and he's doing these pretty fast. It's gotta be only up to A. And then the final fucking one.
And the final one is beating the entire game.
It was very good. It was a very good clip. God damn. You know, you're right. I will go back and get like 4 or 5. Yeah, A ranks. Yeah, look at I did it.
And there's S.
I'll settle for that.
But Zelda Echoes of Wisdom.
Oh yeah, playing. Tables and stuff.
Yeah, building beds and tables and jumping on them. I like it. I don't
care to elaborate, or is that the end of the statement?
Because I'm still pretty early on.
Okay.
I beat like a dungeon and like the first major boss.
Okay.
It's a very good classic-ish Zelda style game, like top-down Zelda. Mm-hmm. And it really, I'm trying to figure out how to explain this game because it's such a different game, but the same formula at the same time. Obviously, for people who know, you play as Zelda. Finally, they did the thing. You're playing as the title character. Mm-hmm. And it starts with Link fighting Ganon, and Ganon pulls him down into this other world, and now you have to be Zelda and save him. Mm-hmm. And I like how it starts because if you remember during the trailer on the Direct, they show Link and he's fighting Ganon, and you think that's like a cutscene. Mm-hmm. But when the game starts, you're Link.
Oh shit!
So you get to be Link, and he has like, they do the for people who know Castlevania Symphony of the Night on PS1. That game starts and you're Simon, but you're not Simon that whole game. But the Simon you are, he's like maxed out health. He's like super strong. You start as Link, all these hearts. You got all his items like bombs, arrows. It's dope. You're wearing like this cloak. It's a very cool version of Link. I'm like, they should do a 3D one with this Link. He's like a boss.
I want that.
Right. So, and you can like, top-down Zelda was notorious where there was no jump. Mm-hmm. You're just walking around or whatever, but there's a jump button now. So now I'm jumping, like coming down with my sword. I'm like, yo, this is a very dope twist on old Zelda. So then you get to Ganon, and I'm fighting Ganon, and it, you feel so powerful, which is how they get you. Because then
they rip it all away.
Yeah, you beat Ganon, and then Ganon pulls you down, and like only a sword is left, and then Zelda gets out. And you pick the sword up, and then she has like this wand thing you eventually find. But then you walk out into the world, kind of how they did on Breath of the Wild, where you come out of the cave and the whole world opens up to you. Mm-hmm. You come out of this area she's in, this dungeon, and then you see everywhere that you have to explore. And then you get locked into this. I'm not going to give the story away, but you end up locked away, and you find this other creature named Tri who follows you and also becomes like your wand or whatever.
Okay.
And
then you build tables like IKEA.
You get, what are they called? I think echoes. Obviously, it's in the name. You can echo items. So like you're locked in this cell and you see a table sitting there, and then they teach you how to like make duplicates of items, and you can copy items. So any enemy you defeat, not any item, but a lot of items in this game, you can just walk up to, add it to your inventory of echoes that you know how to make now. So now like my inventory is full of tables, trees, chairs, beds, every different kind of enemy, food. You can, but it's what I find clever about it is, of course, the whole, you were super strong and now you're super weak. Mm-hmm. Like they give you everything and then rip it all away. This is what you could be probably by the end of this, but now you're Zelda and you're walking around this world.
Yeah.
And it's a combination of old Zelda and new Zelda. So there's a lot of Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom DNA in this game. So there's like, you can take control of things and move them around or follow them. So for instance, you're in this cave and it's like a side scrolling part. And if I take control of the moving platform above me and just hold it, now it'll like let me float across this path without being on a platform by myself.
I like that.
So then but with that logic, that means Breath of the Wild rules. So now I can like grab things in the world and make them interact with other things. So like I took control of this this enemy, like this really strong enemy with like an axe. he's super strong, but he's slow. So if you're fighting other enemies, you can let him go out there, and you got to make sure you're getting those hits off, because if you have a faster enemy who can just hit you more often, you'll die. Or I'll take control of him. So now I'm just moving him around. So when they start attacking, I just pull him back, then I just put him up to him, and he hits him in the face with
It's
an
like
axe.
the de-stinkifier in TCG card.
Pretty much.
Holy shit.
So
They stole it from TCG.
they probably did. Nintendo. It's a lot of little cool shit like that. It's a lot of stuff like, hey, here's a world that seems familiar, but we're going to give you different ways to interact with it.
Hell yeah.
Remember what you did in Breath of the Wild? How you could grab things, move things, build things. You can do that on a slightly smaller scale in this game.
All right.
And that's the edge it has. Because I remember when we watched the trailer for this game, I was like, okay, I'm really going to miss a sword. And sometimes you do. But they give you a lot of clever ways to attack enemies and figure puzzles out by taking control of the environment around you.
That's cool. I like that.
So now they do have like I said, you find Link's sword at the end of that initial fight. And with that, you can create an echo of a Link himself. So, but you have like an energy meter, and that you can level up. It gets longer and longer. So if you decide, there's a button you press, I forgot what button it is, but you can become the Echo Link. So like for a very limited time, you can be Link. So if this enemy is taking way too long, I'll be like, all right, fuck it, I'm just gonna drain my energy, use that, and then now I have a sword and I'm just beating his ass.
Do you have like the same abilities from the beginning of the game?
No, you just have
sword.
You can move around, jump, and sword, and that's it. I don't have the arrows and the bombs and all that shit anymore.
I
Not
wonder
yet.
if you get it. Like
That's what I'm saying. I'm early on. I don't know what it becomes yet. But people are already finding ways to break it, like they do with these kind of games, and it's so dope. That's one of the best things they've added to Zelda is the take advantage of your environment mechanic.
Think of what the devs didn't think of,
right?
Which is beautiful.
There's this enemy that's like a little tornado that you can get, and if you want to get to a high plane, you can just like have him run into you, and he'll throw you up in the air.
That's cool.
But somehow, like, people have used it in combination with like a platform, like a bed or a table. So you'll stand on it and have two of those enemies underneath and keep despawning and respawning it. So you can just infinitely like blow yourself up into the air. I watched that and I'm like, how the fuck did they do that? But that's what I feel like Zelda has been running on since the Breath of the Wild came out, with people just taking the game and playing and finding clever ways to break it or play it.
That's cool. I like that.
So there's a lot of that DNA in this game.
Hell yeah.
There's a little square of water you can get, like if you want to like build, like if you need to swim across something that you can't walk across, you can just like, I guess, put a couple of those in. I haven't unlocked it yet. I just saw this on YouTube, but there's a way you can cheese enemy fights. So if I just take this square of water and place it on an enemy, they just drown instantly. So you can just walk around pushing this water on people.
Jesus Christ.
But it's pretty good, and it's a pretty clever twist on familiar Zelda mechanics.
It's gotta be terrifying to be an enemy in that world, and just having the queen of the land just being like, "What will I murder you with today?"
Exactly.
In this fucking book of everything.
That's the game. Is you finding you can murder people with their people. Like if
Zelda does war crimes is the game.
It really is. Like if there's two enemies there and I kill one and echo his body, now I can kill you with your friend.
That's gotta be against some sort of like treaty somewhere.
Listen, she's breaking all the rules.
God damn. That's cool though. I like that it's its own thing though. But it is funny that they gave you like that perfect moment at the beginning of like powered up Link, and then they just yank it away.
It was
from
so
you.
dope. It was just like, I want a game with this Link in it.
Honestly, it'd be cool if that's what the final boss battle is. Like you let Link out and you have to fight Ganon in tandem with Link and Zelda at the same time.
I thought something like that. I was like, I feel like I can see where this is going.
That'd be pretty, because you could transfer it back and forth between different stages of the boss fight, blah blah blah, all that jazz.
And it's these things called voids all around the world. You know how Tears of the Kingdom, they were promoting how they had like this dark zone in that game, you go underground. It's like that, but it's this game's version of that.
Okay.
So all the town, they're all being turned evil by being exposed to this void.
Which is like the purple goo that sucked him in.
Right. Yeah. So the Link in that who got pulled into the void is essentially, I do have to fight him. You do find a part where there is a part where you have to fight that Link. And you have to find clever ways.
Your friend.
And then after you beat him, that's when you get the sword. And like, it was funny because like, Link is obviously he's made to be beaten. But in my mind, I was like, Link is way more clever than me putting tables and chairs in front of him that he can't get around fast enough.
Oh no, what will I do?
But
it's a Flurrigan from IKEA.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. Just I can go on and on, but it's a lot of dope little mechanics in it. Like if your health runs out, if your health is getting low, I can call out an echo of like a bed I found and you can go to it and just rest and just lay in it in the middle of outside and your health will slowly regenerate.
Minecraft shit right there.
I just make a bed, sleep in it, get rest. And then you can find better beds later in different houses. Like if somebody has like there's this rickety cell bed that you find when they throw you in the cell. But then you find someone's house and they had this really nice bed and I duplicated that. And so when I went to rest in that one, my energy went up way quicker.
Jesus.
By being more comfortable.
This is the Sealy Posturpedic.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's a lot of little cool shit like that. So I guess I'll keep updating the pod as I make my way through it.
Hell yeah.
I'm having a good time with it. It took getting used to. That's why I started by saying I like it. I'm still early on. But what I've experienced so far, I was like, okay, I see where it's going. I had to get out of my own way because I want to be like, I just want to be Link with a sword. But I see what they're trying to do.
You can every once in a while once you get your energy up.
You can do it when you build your energy, and for 10 seconds, you could just be wailing on people with a sword.
Goddamn. That's fun, though. That's cool. I'm glad that it's good and it's not just like some throwaway game.
No. It's good. Yeah. It's competent. It's good.
Nice. Hell yeah. Well, I think that's what we've played this week, and now it's time to send it over to the guys in the news studio to break down all the various headlines and the state of play that happened.
Yep.
So take it away, news.
Have at it, news guy. Let's get to the news. Welcome to the SB4Q News in the SB4Q News station. Look at it in all its majesty. Look at us. Look at us go.
I'm doing great.
Yeah, we are. We've definitely done this before.
Yeah. Let's get in the news for the month of, what month are we in?
October.
This
is the state of play, the broadcast that came on Tuesday, September 24th. For Sony.
We live streamed it if you'd like to go back and watch this all in its entirety.
There is content of us doing it. Me fresh running in the door from work holding a toddler.
Yeah. Multitasking.
Streaming the state of play. But to start off, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge gets 2 more characters in Radical Reptiles DLC. So for those still playing that or want to return to it, got even more DLC. Personally, I'm ready for Shredder's Revenge 2. Shredder gets more revenge. Yeah, that's our first story.
Next up, the dark fantasy adventure The Midnight Walk flares up on PS5, PSVR 2 in spring. I don't remember what that looks like. I'm sure it's happening on screen right now.
I'm sure it is.
Look how lovely it is.
Our editor is amazing. Fantasian Neo Dimension starts a new JRPG adventure on PS5 and PS4 in December, if there wasn't already enough of those.
Movie Shadow is coming to Sonic X Shadow Dimensions Generation, some sort of time period in December as DLC on PS5, which is going to have Keanu as the actual voice actor in the game as well.
That's pretty cool.
I made a really stupid comment on stream regarding that, about Keanu being in a video game. I was like, man, he hasn't been in a video game in a while, has he? Oh, wait, Cyberpunk.
Yeah, there we go.
So, go check that out. Next up.
MMO sequel ArcAge 2, renamed ArcAge Chronicles, is coming to PS5 in 2025.
After that, the PS1 horror game
Fear the Spotlight
hits PS5 and PS4 next month. That one looked really cool. I liked
it.
Was that the one with the person that's like looks like the Spot from Spider-Verse?
Yes, I think that is that one.
That was a good one. I like the look of that trailer. I can read the rest of them now, so this is gonna be great.
Great. We're smooth. We're gonna be smooth from this point on.
Hell yeah.
Until we get to the next news thing.
Yeah.
Surreal Adventure Hell Is Us debuts otherworldly gameplay on PS5. That looked cool too. That was one of their really good looking ones.
Hell yeah. Capcom's iconic PS1 survival horror Dino Crisis coming to PS5 and PS4 soon.
BioWare battles dungeons in lengthy Dragon Age the Veilguard Mage gameplay. So we got more of Dragon Age. It was.
I remember sitting there through it and I was like, is this going to end anytime soon?
It was on the screen for a while, but Dragon Age was a big deal this year, especially at the top of the year, so I can see why they're getting a lot of screen time.
For sure. Next up, Dynasty Warriors Origin unleashes chaos on PS5 in January 2025.
More Dynasty Warriors. Soul Reaver 1 and 2 remastered is real. Reborn on PS5 and PS4 in December. And the reason this is real is because this was pretty much rumored out the ass for months. So good to see that it's actually here. Soul Reaver games were super dope during the PS2 era. I used to really love those games. So check them out if you've never played them. I might dip back in. I might get it on because it's releasing not only on PS5 and PS4, but it's also going to be on Steam.
Oh, hell yeah. So, I've never played them before, so I might check it out. Next up, ironically, and this was like maybe a day or two after the news of them getting sued came out.
Which we will get to because that is in this.
It is in this, but Palworld was announced for PS5 and it was out the same day of the State of Play.
Yes.
Which makes sense because they're probably trying to get as much money as they can for their upcoming legal debacle.
Yeah, they're gonna
Next up.
Lunar Remastered Collection revives 2 classic 90s JRPGs on PS5, PS4, coming in spring 2025. I remember those games. They used to be on like PS1. Just some top-down JRPG. So if you're into that, check it out.
Next after that, the acclaimed action RPG Nier Automata invades Stellar Blade in PS5 DLC coming soon. Looks like there's going to be like a skin and then also like a level based around it.
That's what it seemed like. So, I don't remember I have to go back and check.
Or it's just a skin, because that could also be the case.
Yeah.
That's the day and age we live in where DLC is just a singular skin.
Monster Hunter Wilds reveals its February 2025 release date on PS5. The next big Monster Hunter game's coming out. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people jumping on that.
Yeah.
We're not Monster Hunter guys per se, but for a Monster Hunter game, this looks great. Looks cool. Looks good. So all you Monster Hunter people, jump on it.
So
it's already 10 out of 10.
Hell yeah. Next up, there's a new Fortnite special DualSense PS5 controller that is out now. I think I saw this one. It looks like a banana. Or no, I thought it was a banana. The banana guy's
on it, but it's a blue controller.
But it's blue. I kind of like it, but I'm also not going to buy another controller because I was going to buy the Astrobot one, and I didn't do that either.
I thought about that, and I really had to talk myself off the ledge.
Yeah.
Buying that. As much as I want it.
I want it, but I'm loving the Spider-Man 2 one. That's gonna be my controller of the year. At the end of I made it a point to exclusively use that controller because at the end of the year there's the breakdown.
Yeah.
That they send you like Spotify. I wanted to show that controller, the Spider-Man controller.
I was using that controller recently while playing Astrobot. Ironically,
I haven't touched Astrobot yet. Sad thing. We'll get into that.
We will. The Chroma Collection brings 3 snazzy PS5 DualSense colors this winter. They look like really cool chrome PS5 controllers, so be on the lookout for those.
Next after that, the PS5 Pro was flexing its muscle in a montage trailer that still showed us that it's not necessary and is really not going to be that big of a deal to get the PS5 Pro.
$699.99 for those interested.
Not worth it. You don't need no racing stripes on your PS5. You can just get the regular one. It's fine.
The regular one has racing stripes now.
Yeah, true.
It's just funny. Lego Horizon Adventures builds the hype for November release on PS5 and Switch.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that game, but I still am unsure of why it exists, you know? Like, I'm not against it being a thing, but I said it on stream the other day when we were playing a really dumb game that I'll talk about, and this is what we played this week. But fucking, it's the same level of why does this exist as the Pharrell Williams Lego movie that's coming out.
That's cool to me though, the Pharrell movie.
Yeah, but here's the thing: I'm not against it. I have no hate towards it. But why? Like, why is it a thing and why is it happening? Same thing for Lego Horizon. Why?
They had some old interview with Pharrell where he said if he ever had to do a biopic, he would want it in Legos, and I guess it actually happened. But that's like,
but why though?
Pharrell style. He's always been like this quirky ass producer.
Yeah.
So if anyone was going to do that, of course it was going to be him.
A quirky ass producer too. Yeah. Other than that, next up, The Last of Us Part 1 is coming to PS Plus Extra and Premium this month, so the remastered version. If you want to play that and you have the snazzy extra paid versions of PS Plus, you can get that for free. Well, I mean, not free, but you know.
Yeah, no, you're paying for it.
Yeah.
Astrobot's free DLC adds speedrun levels, new VIP robots, in a fall 2024 update. So, Astrobot is getting some DLC.
I was kind of shocked to see that they were getting DLC so quick, but honestly, it was probably just stuff that wasn't finished in time for the main game.
Well, the rumor was that initially Astrobot was going to be the pack-in game for the PS5 Pro, which would have made sense, seeing as how it was the pack-in for the PS5 was Astrobot's Playroom.
They could still do it.
They didn't do it because they knew, this is hearsay, obviously, they knew they could make money by just selling the game itself.
They weren't wrong.
Yeah.
It's a very Nintendo thing for them to do. Next up, moving on, Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered PS5 is official, and it's out 31st of October with a $10 PS4 to PS5 upgrade. So, I don't know if I'll be doing it.
I'm not going back to that.
I think I'm kind of done with the Horizon Zero Dawn. I'd play the sequel again. Because they actually upgraded the melee capabilities and whatnot, and it wasn't exclusively the bow and arrow. But with just the bow and arrow, I had a rough time in that game, to say the least. And I liked the adaptability of the sequel a little bit more. So, but I won't be getting this upgrade, but I know a lot of people that will be. So I'm looking forward to it.
If you never played Horizon Zero Dawn or never got around to beating it or whatever the case may be, $10 to upgrade is not a bad choice if you got it. Just go buy a used, if you don't even have it, go buy a used PS4 one from GameStop.
For $10.
For nothing, and then pay $10 to upgrade it.
Hell yeah, that's the right choice.
And finally, the heavy hitter of the state of play, Ghost of, is it Yotai?
I think it's Yotei.
Yotei. Ghost of Yotei is the Ghost of Tsushima sequel we needed, slashing onto PS5 in 2025. This has been a highly sought after sequel. I know I don't have to tell you that. And it looks amazing. Honestly, it looks great.
I love the look of it. I like the idea of not sticking with the original character and moving on from him. In fact, I think it's 100 years plus past the timeline.
A long ass time.
So it's the ghost is a ghost in this game.
For real.
So that's going to be a thing. But Erika Ishii is taking over the role of the main character in this game, and it looks really fucking cool.
It does.
So far. And I will be playing this, getting it day one, no doubt about it. Yeah.
It looks amazing.
State of play was pretty good.
It was.
Overall, I'd say.
A lot, even some of the things they announced, I would expect to wait for the showcase that they have before. For a state of play, this was a pretty banger state of play.
For sure.
We're used to seeing just updates and small announcements on a state of play, if it's not solely based on one game. You know what I mean? So this is a pretty good state of play.
A lot of disappointed fans in the chats clamoring for the Spider-Man 2 DLC that just is not.
I don't think that's happening at this point.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. The entirety of their DLC plan was leaked a while ago, if you remember that video we did about it. But, I mean, it'd be kind of crazy for them to just get rid of it, just because it was leaked. I mean, they had to have worked on some of it, you know?
I would assume they worked on some of it, but I don't know. The only thing we saw actual footage of was the online mode, the multiplayer that they teased, and we actually saw footage of that, but everything else was just
that roadmap.
The roadmap. I don't know, man. And honestly, I think they might have passed their it's Spider-Man. and it's PlayStation. So whenever they announce it, people will go play it. But the time where it was time to announce that, when the hype was there, is past.
Unless it's going to be like some big ass DLC type shit where like they just release all of it at once instead of like how they did before. It was like released in 3 separate times and shit.
Yeah.
I could see them if they were just like, here it is,
Right.
the DLC for all the season or whatever. Then maybe it makes sense to wait this long, but I mean, they're not gonna, and it's gonna be episodic and come out at some point probably, but I want it now.
And I want it now.
But
that's the state of play.
It was fun. Go
Ladies
watch our
gents.
live stream reactions to it, and then I played a card game simulator.
Oh, that was good. That was
We
funny.
got all the copyright strikes.
I just kept seeing the emails come in.
Yeah, the funny part is like we got a bunch of copyright strikes for a stream. Both that one and then there was another one where there was music in the background, but I think it was the state of play, and so it was like a trailer from one of the games that got us pinged like usual. But yeah, needless to say, I gotta turn my music down a little bit more.
It's all good. We live and we learn.
Yeah. What we got next?
Next up, Nintendo and the Pokemon Company are officially suing Palworld developer over multiple patent infringements.
Yeah. It kind of got to the point where, I mean, there's been videos made about it that are like all parody and like joking, where it's like, guess if this is a Pokemon or if it's a pal, guess if it's this or that, or like, and it's gotten to the point where a lot of the designs are way too close.
Yeah,
Like
they're
close.
like dramatically. You saw the donkey video about it.
It was bad. I mean, that one was bad. There was one that was a comedian. I can't remember his name, but he's the emotional damage guy. He made a video regarding it. It was just way too close. And then also it kind of like, if you think about it, it kind of feels like they were done by AI. Like a lot of the designs, like the 2D art of them, if you look at it in like the in-game stuff, it kind of looks AI, like what an AI representation of Pokemon was, and then they fixed up the hands and feet so that they don't look fucked. But god damn, man, I mean, it's been a long time coming, but I don't see Palworld getting out of this.
Some of those designs are way too close.
Yeah, and when we say some, I feel like it's like a majority.
Yeah.
So personally, I think it's not that big of a deal because the game, I feel like, has lost its hype. I don't really think...
It had its run.
It had its run. It was cool for a little bit. There's people that still play it, I think, a little bit, but like as like a live service game, which is what I think it's trying to do because it consistently keeps updating and it just got added to PS5 and all that jazz. I could see where Nintendo's like, okay, guys,
Right.
let's pump the brakes here, but I don't see them winning this court case. I think the Pokemon Company's gonna...
I don't either.
Pokemon Company's gonna sue them into the ground, to say the least. But
Especially Nintendo don't play in court
yeah.
at all.
But yeah, we'll see what happens. Coming into legislation soon.
Yep, we'll keep you updated.
What we got up next? Up next, the 30th anniversary edition of the PlayStation Collection was pretty much released and went live. I don't know if they're still on sale or not, or if they're all sold out.
You can buy... Well, let's get into what was in the whole thing.
So you got the PS5 Pro for $699, the Retro Style 30th Anniversary Pro Bundle for $1,000,
Yep.
the Digital Edition Slim for $499, the Portal for $219, the DualSense for $80, and the DualSense Edge for $219.
Now, last I saw, everything was sold out except for the PS5 Pro itself, like the base white PS5 Pro. Not the 30. All the 30th anniversary stuff is gone.
Gone.
I think they're putting some of the consoles in. Correct me if I'm wrong. I saw something that said there's going to be stock going to retail because this was all sold minus the DualSense controller was sold through the PlayStation website through Sony. I think there's going to be a small shipment going to retailers later this month. I forgot the exact date. I'll get back to y'all on that. But as far as online going to the Sony's website, the only thing you can get from there that we're talking about right now is the PS5 Pro. white base PS5 Pro, and of course the PlayStation, the digital slim white one. But all the 30th anniversary stuff is gone. I was able to snag a 30th anniversary DualSense.
I passed on it. Same thing with the Astrobot controller. I was like, I really like this, but like, I don't need another controller. I already have 3 that I don't use.
This is my last one for someone who's not picking up the controllers. But
I was gonna say, you don't even touch your PS5, man.
But those controllers look awesome. I was happy I didn't buy the Astrobot one when I saw that this was announced. I'm like, okay, good.
That's a good point.
Because if I would have bought the Astrobot one, I'd have been like, and had to turn right around and get this one. So
I don't think I'm ever gonna buy a DualSense Edge just because fuck that price. I don't care if it's the best controller ever made. Fuck that price.
If it was that, because at first I was like, I'll grab an Edge controller, fuck it. And then I saw it was $290. I didn't know how much they were. Yeah. And then I saw the price. I was like, oh hell no.
Yeah, it's more than double the price of a regular DualSense.
I don't pick up a controller enough to warrant me buying a $220 controller. And if I just want the look, I'll just get the regular DualSense.
I just can't believe it's that much of a markup. Like, it probably does some crazy shit, I guess, or whatever, but like, fuck, man. Like, that's almost 3 times the price of a single controller. It's like about 2.5-ish. Mm-hmm. Fuck that. The Portal has a screen on it. And it's the same exact price. That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Whatever. I digress. They look cool. I'm glad that people were able to grab them. I will never own these in my life. I'll look at yours and I'll be like, wow, that's really cool that controller won't be touched.
Listen, I'll have them all set up nicely to look at.
How? You only got 2 slots available on the charging station.
A way.
I'm going to buy another charging station.
The Spider-Man one is right next to the charging station, plugged in by a cord.
Hovering on top of an Xbox controller's box.
Yeah.
God damn, man.
But yeah, PS5 Pro is still out there. They have not sold out. So if you got $700 and you want the newest, latest, knock yourself out.
I'm good. I'm passing.
I saw some of the side-by-side stuff, and I'm just like, it's not doing some kind of crazy heavy lifting to me to warrant that much money and to purchase it.
I feel like you only get to see the quality that it is saying that it has from purchasing it yourself and like getting a screen that is like made for the shit, you know, like something that can actually produce the visual graphics that it is producing, you know? Like in these YouTube videos that they show us of the side-by-sides, we can't really tell a difference, mainly because the video is being like edited out in the same exact fucking way, you know, and it's being sent at either via live stream or a lot of the time when they post the really good version of the footage after the streams are over, it still doesn't look much different. Like there's like this much of a difference because we're getting to the point where the human eye can't fucking tell.
Yeah, we're at that point. It's just like I don't need. It's like I don't even need it to look better. Like I don't need it to. It's fine. I'm good.
I prefer games that look like shit more nowadays, to be honest.
Right?
Like I don't need the most details in the world. Just make something that's like entertaining and fun and grabs my attention as opposed to is the most gorgeous thing ever. Because Black Myth Wukong is gorgeous, but I am not having a good time with it.
Yeah, it's that, and we said it ad nauseum at this point, but they still, to me, it doesn't feel like they've tapped into everything they could tap into with the PS5 base.
Yeah.
For instance, like when PS4 Pro came out, whether you were on board or not, you can tell it was time because the PS4 started sounding like a helicopter taking off for certain games. You can tell it was time. It was like, okay, I get why this is here for the people who want it. Me, on the other hand, I was playing, what at the time? Final Fantasy VII Remake? No, yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake. And I was like, well, I'm going to just let this helicopter take off every time. Like that. But I got it. I understood. Like, the horsepower, it needed it.
Yeah.
This one, PS5 is quiet, smooth. Yeah, I don't need the PS5 Pro.
When you're selling the stand to stand it up the way that we're witnessing it on the screen right now, separately from the actual console, I'm 90% sure this is a money grab more than anything else. So I will be passing. I will wait for the PS6 in a year because that seems to be the way
they're moving
this nowadays. We'll see what happens.
There will be some bullshit if that came out next year. The PS6.
You know that they wouldn't be making PS5 games like until the death of the PS6 though, because they would have fucked themselves and shot themselves in the foot unless they just hard cut it off. But I doubt it.
I feel like this generation needs to be like a long ass generation.
Oh yeah, I would love for that to be the case. I don't want to buy another console anytime soon.
Because Ghost of Tsushima 2 is next year. Mm-hmm. And that's a gorgeous game. Now, if we put that in the PS5 and it starts like getting loud as shit, then I'm like, oh, I see what you guys did. You waited to put this out.
I would be pretty pissed off knowing that I'm not buying a PS5 Pro. But we'll see what happens.
We'll see. Yeah. So, hey, 30th anniversary sold out. If you got one, you got one. Good. If you didn't, hopefully they'll, bring another, put more stock out there. I think it releases November 7th, if I remember the date correctly. So, still time. Let's see what Sony does.
Hell yeah.
And let's move on.
Post it in the Discord if you end up getting one.
Yeah.
What's up next?
Backyard's back, Chris.
All right.
Backyard Baseball 97 is releasing on Steam October 10th. Compete globally. Are you going to join the leaderboards for I bet you need to.
I will be on Backyard Baseball 97 the day it comes out on Steam. October 10th. We'll play people on Steam who want to play in the community as well. If you want to take me on.
Listen,
I'm not mad at that. Team.
Listen, I'm down with that because you're already the guy for Backyard Baseball. If you don't know, go look through some of our VODs on Twitch and YouTube. Chris is the king of Backyard Baseball.
Coach Kingley is in the house. I even have a card store now.
Yeah.
But, I'm excited for this. This is a re-release of the OG from 97. I don't know if I ever played the 97 one, ironically, because I had the Game Boy version of 97, which is way different from the PC port. And then I have the 2003 version of Backyard Baseball, which has the entire MLB in it. And like all like the young real life players and shit. Mm-hmm. So I don't believe 97 had the players like that. I think there was like maybe one or two or something. I could be wrong. But yeah, I'll be playing the hell out of this. I don't know if you can play against each other, but you can definitely track your, stats compared to other people. Hopefully you can play each other at some point, but there's something at the bottom about they don't have access to the original source code. So
without having access to the source code, there are hard limitations on the experience we can create. As an example, we can't support gamepads nor the Steam Deck in these original titles. We can't use the original 32-bit code to support modern Mac OS, as even with an incredibly clever wrapper, Mac OS can't execute the binaries. I mean, we're not playing on Mac.
Yeah,
but
there's some weirdos that, use Macs still nowadays.
Listen, I may have tried to do a lot of things on a Mac. Playing games on them wasn't one of them.
Good man. But yeah, so I'm excited for that. Check out October 10th. I'll probably be live playing Backyard Baseball because what else would there be to do besides play Backyard Baseball?
True.
Backyard's back. All right. Next up in the news.
We're sorry.
We got another We're Sorry from, this time we're getting
Ubisoft.
It from Ubisoft. Assassin's Creed Shadows will now be released February 14th of 2025. Instead of 2024, at the end of this year, which is when it was originally slated. They put out a little apology with a bright red background as in homage to CD Projekt Red and their bright yellow apologies, saying, "Dear players, Assassin's Creed Shadows is a dream project for us, finally bringing the series to feudal Japan with many features developed with our community in mind, such as parkour and the renewed stealth. I thought it was renewed. Renounced. Brought by new technology, all set in a beautiful and immersive world. This is an ambitious addition to the franchise, a rich experience that can be lived through the eyes of two unique protagonists who nobody has a problem with. But we realize we need more time to polish and refine the experience, pushing further to some of our key features." And then they go on to blah, blah, blah. It's going to happen. soon.
Range of platforms, Steam, launch, additionally pre-order. Pre-orders will be refunded, and all future pre-orders will be granted the first expansion for free.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, wait, so if pre-orders will be refunded, that means that everyone who's pre-ordered this game will get a refund, and they have to pre-order again.
Yes.
But now they are additionally getting the first expansion.
When you re-pre, yeah, you'll get granted that expansion for free.
Interesting. Oh, you know what? I'm not mad at this, Ubisoft. That's a good thing you've done for needing more time on your game.
Another part of the story I read was that they expected Star Wars Outlaws to do more, and it didn't. So when they saw how poorly that sold, they went back and they were like, we're gonna make this polished as shit.
Yeah.
To make up for that.
I mean, they really need to, no offense. I mean, I haven't even bought Star Wars Outlaws, and I'm the Star Wars guy. Mm-hmm. I am patiently waiting for that to either be free on PSN or part of a PS Plus or expansion where I just get it for free to download it and then maybe play it on stream for a little bit. But from what I've seen of that game, it's not super memorable. It's kind of okay.
I thought it looks okay. Like it looks like a game like if it goes on sale like Black Friday or something, I might get it on like Steam and just be on my Steam deck and just play it.
But it's one of those games where I'm not paying full price for a game when it's getting not necessarily shit on, but you know, I'm seeing clips of stuff and I'm like, okay, this does not look like a fun experience for me at the moment. It's like the Cyberpunk effect, except for the glitches don't look like they're fun this time. Yeah. You know? Like when I have a giant like bus glitching through a wall behind me while I'm in the middle of a cutscene. That's fun.
That changes things though.
Compared to some of the stuff I'm seeing online where it's just like she's meleeing someone and like there's just no hit registration whatsoever, or riding on a speeder bike and then you just casually fall through the world and just go forever into nothing.
There was one I saw where like she did some kind of a stealth attack and she like flipped the dude, but then she disappeared, so you just see this guy flipping over himself and falling to the ground.
Nice. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like it's fine, but I can see where I want to put my money. Right. And I didn't want to put it there. So Assassin's Creed Shadows pushing back to 2025. I appreciate the choice, and I think it's a good choice for them, especially with the refunding for everyone and the future pre-orders getting the first expansion. That is a big W on Ubisoft's part, in my opinion.
Yeah. This was the first, not the first, but this Assassin's Creed, every time I saw it, I was like, okay, I think I'm getting back in with this one. Yeah. This one looks crazy.
Valhalla was just so great for you.
Yeah, it sounded amazing. If you know, you know.
Next. I feel like people don't anymore, which is the crazy part.
One day I'll tell that story again.
Yeah. It'll be like the first time all over again. Next up, this is awesome.
It is awesome. An arcade classic returns. Time Crisis is coming to modern TVs thanks to a plug-and-play AI-powered light gun. I can't say I'm not getting this because Time Crisis is the shit.
We are getting this. Yes. This is a channel thing we are getting. This is... If we have a Patreon, if you haven't heard from the guys who have already talked about it, if you'd like to be a part of a Patreon, it's going directly towards getting these for the channel.
I can't wait.
It looks like a really good time. I like the gun design, surprisingly. I think it's nice and simple. But also, you got the little reload at the base.
Yes.
Which is pretty cool. I'm looking forward to this because this is going to be a good time. And then we can get to Time Crisis 3.
Hell yeah.
Next up in the news, a little bit of pop culture news. DC Studios and Warner Brothers Animation came out with James Gunn. And he posted to his social media something randomly the other day called The Dynamic Duo, which is going to be a new film in the animation, WB Animation DC universe, following the story of Robin, or specifically two Robins, both Dick Grayson and Jason motherfucking Todd.
MF Todd.
Motherfucking Red Hood. So this is, ironically, I think it's going to be the first time we're getting Jason since Under the Red Hood, which was a while ago. This is a animated picture, so I don't know if it's going to be technically a part of like the animated movies because they're different, but it's also going to be different because it's being made by a new studio called Swaybox. And I looked into them on their Instagram, and they make some cool ass shit. The best way to explain it is imagine Coraline, how they animated their puppets, but they're like, you know, like maybe 12 inches or some shit, and they had the replaceable face plates.
Yeah.
Same thing, but the puppets are like full-size puppets that are like puppeted, and then they replace the face with CG animated face, so they're all like the facial expressions can happen and whatnot.
Oh, yeah, right.
And then they also are CG animating some of the body stuff as well, like cutting back and forth between puppetry and CGI, mixing them together to make something really cool and unique looking. And motherfucking the Robins are going to be a part of it, which is sick. The thing that's so cool about Batman is everything that's not Batman. It's every single surrounding
the villains,
character. His villains and characters. Anyone connect. Alfred is cooler than Batman. Alfred has cooler lore than Batman. And I will stand on a fucking. This is its own video.
Yeah, but I was like, this is a clip. This isn't
even a clip. This is a fucking. This is my essay.
We had a little pre-production. This is definitely something we're gonna push.
The thing that makes Batman special is everything and everyone that surround him. He sucks. He's the worst. Fuck Bruce Wayne. Get him out of here. I don't want him anymore. His trauma only makes people around him better. Jason Todd is the sickest Robin, and it's the coolest storyline. Dick Grayson, I love Nightwing so much. I can't wait to see Nightwing actually like done justice, because animation, I feel like, is the best way to do these characters, because it's more like playful and fun, and it's not just doom and gloom bullshit Batman type bullshit. Like, I can't wait for this. I think this is gonna be the coolest shit ever. And if it's not good, I don't care. I'm still gonna love it.
I'm typically on board with everything DC when it's animation.
You should watch the last couple movies. They were not great.
And y'all schooled me on that. I didn't know that. Well, I haven't seen all of them. I just know the ones I've seen in the past I loved.
Yeah. Well, those are... I feel like DC animation had its like heyday back when the Snyder universe was going on. Like all that shit. Like when those movies were happening and the animated stuff was happening at the same time alongside of it. Those were good. And then something happened. I don't know what happened, but something fucking happened. Damn. The Fire Nation attacked, man. And it just went downhill slowly but surely, each movie that they kept making afterwards, until this last set of movies, which it was like a Crisis on Infinite Earths type thing, where there was like a multiverse. It was so confusing, and I did not understand it. It felt like so many like different comic stories, like B plots, like C plots, were all pushed together into one movie, but there was never an A plot.
That's weird.
It was so hard to follow and bad. And they also made fun of Robin in it, which was annoying to me too. There was like a Batman that never had Robins who met a grown-up version of like Dick Grayson Robin. And,
probably like, what the fuck,
and he's like, "Oh my god, you're Bruce." And he's like, "Yeah, who are you? Like, what do you want?" And he's like, "Well,
I know that hurt Bruce, you to your core."
Well, yeah, because the way that the interaction was just so dumb. Because Dick Grayson's like, "Yeah, like he made me a better man," and blah blah blah. And he's like, "That sounds incredibly irresponsible." And then he's like, "Well, this is your daughter from my world." Who he's like, "Oh my god, is your mother Selena Kyle?" And he's like, "She's like, yeah, that was the cat woman, blah, 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 the bat and the cat." And he's just like, "Okay." And then just that's the end of the interaction. Fuck you, Batman. You suck. Fucking.
This is the best.
I hate Batman. Batman sucks, dude. But anyway,
oh man, you are
dynamic duo.
You are gonna get under people's skin, and
it's fine. I understand that my opinion is my own, but here's the thing. Batman, the only good Batman is like video game Batman, animated series Batman, and then I really liked Gotham Knights Batman, which is the biggest fucking like... What do you mean you liked Gotham Knights Batman? That was so bad and corny. But listen...
Animated series Batman is the GOAT.
It is, for sure. Kevin Conroy is my Batman. And Terry McGinnis, which I can't remember his name, but I remember he also used to say "Fine" as well.
Will Friedle.
Yeah. That's also my Batman. But yeah, man, I'm excited for this movie. It looks cool as fuck. Even though there's
We haven't
nothing
seen it
besides
yet.
the name. Well, I mean, the stuff that the Swaybox studio makes
Okay,
looks cool as fuck.
okay.
They have like a reel on their website where they recreated a couple scenes from The Iron Giant with like the boy in the kitchen, how he's like talking to his mom and shit, with like the full puppet and the facial. It's so good and so well.
And honestly, coming from somebody who is into animation and has animated in his, I respect. If you like it, then I believe in it.
Yeah. I have debt from doing that.
Listen, man, we're gonna pay that debt off, right?
Sure.
We're gonna take this to the top.
I would love to just do animation again, but impossible. But anyway, I'm excited for
Or
this
so
shit.
he thought.
Yeah.
I have nothing to add to that, but or so he thought.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Next, Halloween high scores is what I named this slide. Silent Hill 2. The remake has gotten its review scores put out. It has an 86 on OpenCritic, an 87 on Metacritic, and from IGN to Voxel to what else is up here? Eurogamer, GameSpot, etc. 9,
IGN
9.5, 10s. The lowest score is a 9.
Yeah.
So if you are at all interested in Silent Hill 2, I think this needs to be a must buy for you.
Hell yeah. Maybe we should play this. I don't know. I've never been a Silent Hill guy.
I've never played a Silent Hill game.
Me neither.
So maybe.
But that's not surprising coming from me.
Yeah. Never played Silent Hill. I was a Resident Evil kid, and then I never got into Silent Hill.
Maybe we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's an option. All right.
For spooky season.
Next up.
Next up in the news. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I couldn't fit it all. Wow. So to put some of it up there.
Mario 2 had an update for the movie. Super Mario Bros. 2 movie actor teases intriguing setting and deep cut characters. This quote is, the sequel is a little broader in scope, according to Toad's voice actor.
Key.
Which is Keegan-Michael Key. He's quoted by saying, I feel like what they've done creatively is they've really widened out the universe and these characters live in, and we're going to meet some new folks. We're going to meet some new folks that are old favorites, and some folks that I think are really deep cuts, but because of the way the story's
laying itself out,
those characters are going to be very intriguing. So interesting to say the least. There's another quote up at the top left here. I'm assuming I'm reading these in order. One thing I can say about the second movie is that it's a little broader in scope, where it takes place very intriguing lore in the Mario world. They're going to find some really fantastic Easter eggs, and it's been very exciting so far. No offense, but the first movie was just Easter egg the movie.
It was, and I loved it.
That's fine, but that's all. Here's the thing. I have my complaints about the Mario movie being just an Easter egg movie, because the story kind of felt like it was like, really? What the fuck?
The one critique I will give the Mario movie, it moved so quickly. Like they were just on, like, but I get it. Kids movie. You got to keep attention for kids, but like, it got to a point where I was like, oh, we're already here. We're already at Bowser. Like, so I'll give it that. So we shall see what this Mario 2 is. Releases in April 2026.
Nice. Birthday movies all around.
Hell yeah.
Next up in the news.
This is our last one.
Oh, it is?
It is.
Nice. Last news story.
Horizon Online game is reportedly Guerrilla's next major project.
Oh.
This is from Jason Schreier. He was on the Spawn Wave podcast, and he says Horizon Online is their next product, not whatever the third single player game looks like. So that one might be a little ways off, end quote. So there's going to be a Horizon Online, and the third Horizon game is who knows when. That could be a 2020. That could be a PS6 game, for all we know.
Very sad. It's also hard to think what that third mainline game is going to be. Spoilers. Have you played the end of the game?
I didn't beat the second one.
Shit. Let's just, slight spoilers, but not really. Let's just say it's going to be difficult to continue the story where they left it off.
Got it.
So I could see them trying to figure out something else in the meantime, but where they left off is not somewhere I think they can pick right up now anymore for a specific reason that I will not get into.
Got it. One day I'll beat that game.
Yeah.
I went back and beat the first one when the second one was coming out.
Specifically to play the second one.
So maybe the same thing will have to happen.
In 8 years, when 3 comes out, you'll finally understand what I meant.
When y'all see me freaking out in Discord, like I'm speed running the second one so I can play the third one.
The third game comes out in 3 hours. I need to beat this game now.
I beat the first one I beat it 3 hours before 2 came out. It was like 9:30 at night. And I'm sending a picture of the ending like, oh, finally.
And now I can play the second one and never play it again.
Yeah. I played the second one for a while though, but I was trying to like 100% it. So like I wasn't just mainlining it. I was doing every little thing.
There's a lot in that game too if
you're
doing that. So
I know.
Yeah.
And I haven't played it in so long now that when I jump back in, I'll be like, I don't know what the fuck is going on or what I was doing.
You just gotta restart it as of this point. It's one of those.
I know.
You'll never understand the controls like you would if you didn't play it from the tutorial, sadly. I had to do that for Arkham City the other day. I had a save file and I was like, oh, I just want to like go around Gotham and do Batman for a minute.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, back to the beginning.
Don't know what
I
I'm doing.
don't know what I'm doing. I was so fucking sad because I bought the Red Hood DLC because it was like $1 or some shit. And I'm like, ooh, I can go just play that by itself. And it just kicks you off straight away like, you know how to play the game. Obviously,
you know what you're doing.
You just beat Arkham Knight. So, like, you know, that's why you're at this DLC. No, sir, I just bought this DLC for $1. I don't remember how to play this game at all.
You ain't gotta tell me, man.
Fucked. But
that's why when I text you, like, I jumped back in the Tears of the Kingdom. First of all, it loaded me, and I was doing something on top of a tall-ass mountain facing a certain direction, trying to grab something, and I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing, where I'm at, why I'm here.
Where am I?
What am I doing? But yeah.
But yeah, Horizon Online looks like it'd be pretty slick. I don't really know
how does
I gotta see it would be, though.
Yeah, I gotta see it. You gotta show me what this is. Like how, online how? Like in what way? Like what kind of game is it?
I don't know. Like I'm trying to like think of like the options. Like the cheeky option is to be like, oh, it's a top-down MOBA. But like also that doesn't make the worst sense. Or like an Age of Empire type shit where you make your own like colony and like you have to build out, you know, farms and stuff, and like you use the different abilities of the different creatures and whatnot, maybe.
And my thought was more so on a kind of how they had Last of Us 1 online, the factions thing. Like it was just, you're gonna probably pick different factions of their world and face off against each other.
If it was like a, not like a team-based shooter, but like kind of like where, you know,
like a third-person team-based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad at that, especially if it was just like kind of like Helldivers, but if it was PvP.
Right. Right. Something like that.
I could see that. That would work really well, I think. Because then you wouldn't really be updating anything besides the weapons you use, and they could use the same similar like loadout situation as Helldivers. Obviously, you can't drop things in from the sky and whatnot, but like you could like choose which creatures that you could mount and whatnot, level up to get different mount abilities.
Right. Yeah.
I could see it. I mean, it sounds like fun, so I'll be down for it when it comes.
For sure.
And that's the news.
This is from the
I was gonna say you left that from last time.
Yeah. That is the news, ladies and gents.
Yeah.
Hope you learned something. Hope you took this journey with us, took something from it. Like his hatred for Batman.
Yeah, fuck Batman.
That's something you could take to the bank. And we'll see you on the outro. Peace.
Bye.
Let's get to the news.
And that's it. That's the podcast. Thank you so much to the people over at the news studio, doing the best that they can, getting us all the greatest stories in. What was your favorite news story this week? What was the thing that was a big highlight for you?
It's gotta be the Batman thing.
Gotta be the Batman thing?
That was just...
Yeah. Dynamic Duo is going to be something that I will talk about on so many lengths once we finally get an actual trailer for it. But I think my highlight has to be the Time Crisis gun.
Oh, yeah.
because I think we're gonna get that, and it's gonna lead to some fun ass videos.
That's gonna be funny.
So
I need to check the release date on that.
Yeah. We got to get 2 of those pronto.
For sure.
But other than that, if you guys like this episode, you can like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. If you saw any moments that were funny and you remember the timestamp, make sure you drop it down in the comments down below just so we can make a clip of it, get more eyes on the podcast, get more stuff going, doing more stuff. Yeah. You can follow us on all social media that exists at Save the Letter Be the number 4 Quitting over on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. The Titty Gang, where you can get your merch, savebeforequitting, fully spelled out.com. You get a Titty Gang shirt, you can get Save Before Quitting, you can get Nerdy Gamer People, you can get a hat, you can get a button, you can get a water bottle. You got options.
Do it all.
You got so many options to be kitted out, all that good merch from them. Streamlabs Shop is great, and we love all the merch that we get from them. And then, as always, you can check out our Patreon, which is back up and running at a full speed. In fact, with even more content than you were getting before.
Yep.
Usually, it was supposed to be 2 episodes a month. Now you're getting extra shit, including random gameplay of me playing Battle Hillsinger, and then us, we're going to probably play some other stuff soon.
Yeah, definitely.
And simple things that we can record and throw there that just won't do good on YouTube.
You want to see behind the scenes of the news slides? There you go.
Yeah, we'll put that there. We got to start doing those as separate slides, though, as well. Like separate slides files, because then the previous week goes away.
Oh, shit. You're right. I didn't even think about that.
We'll start that this time.
Yeah.
But you get a bunch of stuff on Patreon. Patreon.com/Save the Letter Be number 4 Quitting, where you get 2 extra podcasts a month of us just bullshitting about random life stuff and anything that we think of as a topic.
We got to make some clips of that too.
Yeah, we have a few good options in there. God, I sound like a sad soul in that fucking episode.
We made it sound. It was upbeat though. It doesn't. The combo isn't as sad as you would think it is.
It's not sad. It's just sad to hear. You know.
Listen,
where I'm currently at in the world of live. But if you don't care about that, neither do I. Here we are. You can check it out on Patreon. What else do we have to shill? I think that's about it. Right?
Join the Discord.
Yeah, join the Discord.
If you are not in the Discord and you're watching this, stop what you're doing. Pause it. Look down in the comments, not the comments, in the description. Join the Discord.
Join the link Discord. Is there. We have a bunch of stuff there. We have a fitness channel where everybody posts their fitness updates if they're going to the gym or not. I've been going to the gym. Dude, I've been hitting the Stairmaster every workout, and it is rough.
I'm sure.
But I don't feel like I'm losing weight, so I gotta kick it up a notch, which sucks to feel.
What's your... And we're not going to bog the end of this pod down.
15 minutes at a 5 speed.
What's your diet like right now?
Pretty awful in the sense that I'm probably not eating enough, but I'm somehow still gaining weight, which is weird.
Well, when you do eat, what are you eating?
Real good chicken tenders, the brand.
I just bought a new bag of that.
Yeah, it's good. It's actually like the best chicken tenders you can get.
I'm making some of those when you leave.
Yeah, I might make some when I get home. But I have those, and then I have egg in the morning, 2 of them, with a hash brown patty, like the just air fry that.
Yeah, I got a bag of those.
Air fry that with some egg, and then a fiber plus tortilla, and that's about it.
It's not bad.
It's not bad, but I'm not seeing progress. So something might be off. I don't know. Either way, we'll figure that out.
I don't know. We'll get into it. We'll
figure it out. We do that in the fitness channel. Then you can also post your weekly pickups. If you buy some nerdy bullshit, you get any of that 30th anniversary shit that was sold out really quickly. Post it in the chat because we want to see it. We want to see it in all its glory when it won't be on a shelf.
Yeah.
What else do we got in there? We also post the news in there. If there's a news story that you want us to talk about more than any others that we post ourselves, post it in the Discord and we will get to it and we will talk about it live here.
Discord is your key to the show.
Yeah.
Join that Discord, man.
And it's a fun time. You can talk to other people in there. Everyone's nice. Everyone's a good person. The one rule, which we don't often say, is don't be an asshole.
That's it.
Yeah.
It should be really easy to follow.
Yeah, nobody's done that.
Just like washing your ass.
Yeah, wash your ass, damn it. I don't want to buy a de-stinkifier.
Right.
For my card shop.
Exactly. De-stinkify you.
But make sure, before you wash your ass, that you always
save before quitting.
We will see you next time.
Peace.
Bye.